Whoa, America is Slex, Super Tube. And ladies and gentlemen, we got Wack 100 and Adam 22. They was going in on their segment of the No Jumper podcast, and Wack 100 dropped some sauce on the current standing of rap and hip hop in the marketplace. This year, we've had some big artists drop projects. Uzi, Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, DJ Mustard, YG, Schoolboy Q, Ice Spice even. And some of these artists, the numbers ain't been numbering America. Now, we mentioned previously that the recession could play a part in this. But what about record labels restructuring their staff? It looks like the music industry is experiencing a total reset. Now, in this upcoming clip, Mr. Wack 100 went in on what's going on right now in America and with some of these labels and with the industry in general. Y'all gotta hear this. America, peep this.
Shit's all over the place.
Yeah, it's all over the place. The perception of a person being hot is not translating over to sales. You know what I mean? What it takes to get an artist hot leaves you in a negative big time. So it's really a long game right now.
Really?
You know what I mean? Think about it. Okay, let's, what's her name? Is it Glorilla?
Yeah.
Right? She did like 69, 70,000. People jumping for joy.
Because her album didn't sell as well? Oh, because her album sold decently, right?
I mean, everybody else, all the other women did 26, 28.
Uzi just did 60K first week.
You understand what I'm saying? That's Uzi.
That's confusing.
I don't think it's Uzi, but I think that's just the state of urban music. Uzi is Uzi. Uzi's great. He's a rock star, right? But you look at all these, what it was doing and what the overall was doing, right? And then all of a sudden it just drops.
Is there any space for you to consider that hip hop itself might just not continue to be that big of a deal in the culture? Like, is maybe hip hop dying?
Rap. I think at one point in time we were deceived, tricked, and manipulated. And I think over the last year and a half, when things kind of went the way it went, I think certain things that were going on that people didn't know was going on, right? But perception, right?
The fake views, the fake
the plug
streams.
got pulled. I don't really think the artists knew, like, you know, they really thought that was what it was, because overnight it was a 35 to 45% drop. And that's just not realistic across the board. You know what I mean? The people aren't dying. The people aren't disappearing. The people aren't turning religious or getting a change of heart. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, Lil Uzi. You're like, come on, he's always been successful. So, and what happens is the money is hurt because realistically as a label, you can't give a guy $3 million, $5 million to do a project and come back 60,000. The next week is gonna be a 50 to 70% drop.
And
so,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm a hip hop fan, and I consider Lil UziVert one of the best guys, young dudes making music. Like, I feel like my thinking brain tells me that I'm interested in Lil Uzi's music, but I have not even considered listening to this album. And I've seen a little bit of promotion and stuff, but
I mean,
didn't even consider it.
Another thing I have to put out there is that now it's like having a park, right? Where you got 3 dudes selling weed.
Yeah.
And it's $100,000 a week coming through the park. Everybody could do all right? Okay, great. Now you got 300 people in the park with the same $100,000 coming through. Right. It's gonna be a change in it. So now, instead of you waking up in the morning and you're listening to Lil Baby, shower, jump in your car, and you know you still rocking Lil Baby, right? Lunchtime, all right, you done finished up, you go to something else. You go from Lil Baby, then you're on your Instagram listening to Lil Baby. You see something popped up. Who is this dude with the tattoos on his face? Hit it, song come on. Oh, that song, hit the link. Now you're on his Spotify. Oh, I like this song. Now you listen to his music. Then you end up in TikTok. Now you TikToking. Then you over here on X.
Podcast.
And then you pop the podcast. Then you go over here to Clubhouse. By the time you get back to the artist you were streaming, it's later on that night or the next day. And it's like it's too much for everybody to do.
And even
You get what I'm saying?
the process of listening to a full album by an artist is slowly becoming archaic. And I see it with myself too, because my friend, someone who I get along with that I like, that is a supporter of the No Jumper brand, Von Off 1700, also one of the most poppin' drill rappers right now, he just put out an album. Remo mentioned it a couple times, like, yo, you listen to it yet? But when I go to the gym in the morning, I turn the TV to YouTube, I click a random fucking video from one of the artists that I like, because that's immediately just displays to me. It knows that at 8 o'clock in the morning, if I turn this TV on and it's logged into the No Jumper account, that I probably want to listen to some drill music while I'm working out. I click something, it plays a bunch of random songs. Never does my mind go to, oh, I should listen to his new album in its entirety.
Now, y'all just heard Adam 22 ask Wack if he thinks the overall allure of hip-hop is just down and in a decline. Adam is really asking Wack if he thinks the genre is on pause right now. Wack 100 took it to another level and said something else could be going on, where some of these numbers that we've been seeing in the industry, they could have been artificially inflated the whole time, and maybe even the artists did not know, alluding to the fact that some form of manipulation and adjusting the sales is being altered. Something happened where things is switching up, or some of the things that used to happen, they're not going on no more. This is interesting because, once again, these labels are restructuring, downsizing, implementing AI, they're cutting budgets. Alludes to the fact that the perception of someone being hot does not translate into sales. He mentions that investing in artists could even have you in debt, in the red. Look at Ice Spice. If Ice Spice wasn't getting sponsorships and tours and deals, if it was just off her music, with all of the bread that they put into her, for her album to not go platinum or 2 times platinum, that's a flop. Maybe they make it up on the other side, right? Look, Megan Thee Stallion. If Megan Thee Stallion had a regular typical record contract and she's selling 40,000, you would have had to owe the label some bread. They let Meg do what she want to do with the music, and they manage her on the other side. But if they didn't, they numbers would probably be looking a little brazy. Now, Wack 100 mentions the last year and a half that the industry has been shifting. Wack went crazy here, y'all, with Adam 22. This makes you kind of rethink some of those astronomical numbers, in the sense where the artist might have even been like, yo, I sold that much? Could have been other factions inflating numbers, right? Does that sound too crazy that there could be other people that we want to promote this here, so let's inflate this artist, let's manipulate these numbers? Now, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Adam 22, he was asking some great questions here with this, but I'm asking y'all, what's going on with rap in general? It seems like there's something going on in a collective level. Is it all music? Is it just hip hop and rap, where something is just not gravitating or hitting the same? Well, what do y'all think it is? Is it the music, the artist, the culture? Are people as a collective just in a different space, y'all? America, let me know what y'all think. It's the Super Tube. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel for the epic news, all right? Yeah.